April 17, 1975, a regime of genocide was formed nationwide. Cambodians were killed and driven out of cities and residential areas. Their civil rights were stripped. It was a regime with no school, no market, and no money, in which people were forced to work and live together in communes, and the torture and murder of people became more and more serious.
40 years ago, the country was in the worst era of our history, the genocide.
After less than 4 years of ruling the nation of pagodas, Pol Pot, men in devil incarnates, killed more than 3 million people with measures of hard labor and starvation. They called for sweeping away all remnants of the old regime and building a new regime that was defined by Pol Pot as absolute purity. Pol Pot's men not only killed those they considered their enemies, they also murdered their own comrades. The whole country of Cambodia became a huge prison and hell. (1977). Given such risks faced by the nation and the people of Cambodia, Hun Sen faced two options. The first option was to rise up against the regime of Pol Pot. In this case, under the direct command of Hun Sen, the 2,000-man armed force would attempt to take over Memot district in Kampong Cham province and Snool district in Kratie province. However, he predicted that this option would be very dangerous. In case things did not go as planned, they would not have the resources to let fighting go on beyond 1 month, and at the end, their troops would be eliminated by Pol Pot. There was no other way. Hun Sen had to go to Vietnam and ask for help from the Vietnamese government to organize the resistance movement of national liberation. At that time, he was informed that some Cambodians had escaped to Vietnam for refuge. Hun Sen himself thought that the second option was actually better, but still risky, for Pol Pot previously had launched attacks on some areas of Vietnam. A series of questions arose. He always wondered if he would be killed by mines or Vietnamese border guards when crossing the border of Cambodia and Vietnam, if he would be captured due to illegal border crossing, if Vietnamese officials would trust him and agree to help him, given that Vietnam had a diplomatic relationship with the democratic Kampuchea, and his last concern was if Vietnam could arrest him and hand him over to Pol Pot. Why did he have trust in Vietnam and come to Vietnam? It was because Vietnam was a neighboring country, sharing joys and sorrows, and standing side by side during the struggle against a common enemy to gain independence. However, Hun Sen knew that the Vietnamese could not trust him right away, and it was very difficult to make them trust him. Responding to this situation, Hun Sen brought 12 needles and got ready to take his own life, should he be handed over to Pol Pot by Vietnam. There was only one way. There was only one way. On June 20th, 1977, or Lunar Day of Monkey, Lunar Month of Horse, Lunar Year of Snake, Buddhist era of 2521, Hun Sen left in tears and pain because of having to leave the country and his 5 months pregnant wife behind. He began to gamble with his life to lead a struggle to liberate his country and his people, including his beloved family, wife, and unborn child.
ពេលវេលានេះគឺជាពេលវេលាដែលលំបាកបំផុតតើខ្ញុំត្រូវសម្រេចចិត្តយ៉ាងទៅត្រូវវៀតណាមបញ្ជូនត្រឡប់មកវិញហើយនៅតែសម្រេចចិត្តទៅដោយសារខ្ញុំមានហេតុផលវៀតណាមមិនហោបដៃមើលចំពោះប្រទេសកម្ពុជាដែលកំពុងរងគ្រោះហើយខ្ញុំគិតថានៅឯណាក៏គង់តងប់យើងទៅរកទោះបីសង្ឃឹមត្រឹមតែ 0.1% ក៏ខ្ញុំនៅតែសម្រេចចិត្តធ្វើបែបនេះជាជំរើសទី2ប៉ុន្តែកុំភ្លេចថានៅមានជំរើសទី3ទី4ថែមទៀតតើវាជាជំរើសអីសុទ្ធតែជំរើសស្លាប់ទាំងអស់គឺកុំធ្វើអ្វីទាំងអស់ហើយទុកឲ្យពលពតចាប់យកទៅសម្លាប់ទាំងអស់ហើយជំរើសទី4នៅសល់ជំរើសទី4ទៀតគឺធ្វើអត្តឃាតខ្លួនឯងគឺធ្វើអត្តឃាតខ្លួនតាមគ្រប់មធ្យោបាយទាំងអស់ហើយប៉ុន្តែជំរើសនេះខ្ញុំទុកប្រើនៅឯវៀតណាមទៅវិញទេតាមរយៈមកជុលដល់ពីដើមនៅក្នុងហៅប៉ៅដែលត្រៀមបុកចូលមកពួកកក្នុងករណីដែលវៀតណាមចាប់ទៅត្រឡប់
Why did Hun Sen select only 4 men? Was he worried that Vietnamese border guards would become suspicious and open fire if too many men were brought in? Despite commanding a whole regiment, Hun Sen selected just 4 men so that he could avoid the situation of being shot without having time to utter a word.
ពេលនោះខ្ញុំរៀបចំផែនការ2ខ្ញុំបានហៅពូថតយកពួននិងសនសាច់គេទៅប្រជុំក្នុងអំឡុងក្រោយម៉ោង8ខ្ញុំបានប្រាប់ពួកគេថាខ្ញុំសម្រេចចិត្តដកខ្លួនចេញហើយរៀបចំការតស៊ូឡើងវិញដោយធ្វើដំណើរឆ្ពោះទៅកាន់ប្រទេស
គាត់បង្ហើបមាត់ថាយើងត្រូវគេចាប់ហើយគណៈវិជាការងើកោខោគេចាប់យកទៅទុកចាំនៅវត្តក្តុលដល់អញ្ចឹងគាត់និយាយទៀតថាបើយើងមិនទៅវៀតណាមទេយើងនឹងស្លាប់បើបញ្ជាការហៅទៅហើយយើងត្រូវទៅបើទោះបីគាត់បញ្ជាពេលនោះឲ្យវាយតបតកម្លាំងពលពតក៏វាយជាដែរហើយទៅនឹងគឺមានផ្លូវ2តាំងចិត្តក្នុងខ្លួនស្រេចហើយថាទី1គឺរស់មានការតស៊ូទី2បើខាងវៀតណាមមិនអនុគ្រោះទេបញ្ជូនខ្លួនឲ្យពលពតវិញគឺមានតែផ្លូវស្លាប់ទេពេលនោះបើស្លាប់ពួកយើងខ្ញុំហើយជាជនខ្មែរទាំងអស់ក៏ស្លាប់ដែរបើគ្មានសម្ដេចទេក៏ស្លាប់ដែរ
មានអពុទ្ធហេតុដល់គូឲ្យនឹកមកដល់ពេលនេះខ្ញុំសម្រាប់លងលក់នៅពេលដែលខ្ញុំដឹងខ្លួនឡើងសំលេងស្រែកពីដើមជ្រៃមួយដ៏ធំឮពេញតិចខ្ញុំថាឲ្យខ្ញុំចាក់ចេញភ្លាមបន្តទៅភ្លើងគាត់ជុំវិញខ្ញុំដូចកំជ្រួញខ្ញុំបានស្រែកផ្លត់សំលេងហើយចាំមេរសាតនៅជុំវិញផ្ទះឲ្យចូលថាតើអ្នកណាស្រែកលឺបែប រឿងនេះជាអបិយជំនឿមួយ
About 9 p.m. on June 20th, 1977, Hun Sen and 4 other officers left the barracks of Infantry Regiment in Zone 21, the East Military Region, beginning the trip to cross the border into Vietnam. Traveling to the east, crossing the jungle, no compass.
យើងខ្ញុំទាំង4នាក់ស្វាយរៀបចំចេញតាមបទបញ្ជាគាត់ហើយរៀបចំបាឡូសាក់កដោហើយក្នុងទៅហ្នឹងគឺខោអាវឯកស្ថានជាកងទ័ពសម្ដេចកភ្លើងខ្លីហើយ2នាក់ទៀតគឺអាការមួយដើមអៀ15មួយដើមក្របបែក2ក្រប
បន្ទាប់ទៅមានការពិភាក្សាថាតើយើងទៅតាមផ្លូវណានេះជាចំណុចសំខាន់មួយទៀតនៃការសម្រេចចិត្តត្រូវនឹងមានការផន់ច្រឡំធំតែវៀតណាមអាចនឹងវាយបាល់នៅលើវាតែខ្ញុំបានសំណោះសម្ដីពួកគេថាបើទោះជាពួកខ្ញុំស្លាប់ក៏សូមបញ្ជូនបងឯងឲ្យឆ្លងដែនទៅប្រទេសវៀតណាមនេះជាសម្ដីតែពួកគេជឿទុកចិត្តហើយមិនមែនជាសម្ដីក្រំតែឲ្យរួចខ្លួនទេក៏ប៉ុន្តែគេជឿទុកចិត្តថាលទ្ធភាពដែលខ្ញុំដឹកនាំចលនានេះអាចទៅរួច
ភ្លៀងហើយល្ងឹតភ្នែកចន្ទោលហើយយើងលុកព្រៃកាត់ព្រៃខ្ញុំសូមបញ្ជាក់ចំណុចទី1ដែលខ្ញុំចេញគឺចេញជ្រុងខាងកើតប្រហែលជា4វិនាទីឮឆ្កែព្រុសនៅប្រទាយសម្ដេចថាពួកវាមកតាមពួកអីបាត់យើងយូរ
9 p.m. on June 21st, 1977. Jungle rain, coldness, hunger. Tree X16. There was a shrine. Hun Sen and his comrades stopped at the shrine near the tree-coated X16. Without fresh incense sticks, he had to take a half-burnt stick to burn and prayed that gods would show him the right way to the east.
Dươngទៅដល់ត្រង់គេហៅថាតាពាំងរកាហ្នឹងគឺមានខ្ទមអ្នកតាអីសម្ដេចលោកថាកន្លែងហ្នឹងយើងត្រូវគាត់ដូចថាគាត់ចង់ឈប់បន្តិចដើម្បីជជែកគ្នាពួកអីកណាទៅងាកទៅអីផាក់ប្រែកជឿវាប៉ះអង្គភាពមួយងាកមកប្រែកចាមមាន2អង្គភាពនៅព្រំដែនអញ្ចឹងហើយសម្ដេចលោកជ្រើសរើសយកអាចចន្លោះកដាលដើម្បីកុំឲ្យជួបកម្លាំងនៅក្នុងណាបាទ
ព្រឹកឡើងហ្នឹងគឺមេឃស្រអាប់មានចុះអាប់យើងមើលទិសដៅអត់ឃើញទេយើងរងចាំរឿងស្វាងស្រអាប់បន្តិចទើបយើងបន្តដំណើរឆ្ពោះទៅទិសខាងកើតទៀតពេលនោះគឺថាយើងមានសង្ឃឹមខ្លះតែក៏មានការភ័យខ្លាចខ្លះ
ពេលហ្នឹងលោកអ្នកហ៊ួននឹងសនសែងកំពុងតែដោះទៅមុខខ្ញុំបានវិលត្រឡប់ឈរបែរមកមុខត្រឡប់មកខាងទឹកដីកម្ពុជាខ្ញុំស្រស់ទឹកភ្នែកប៉ុន្តែខ្ញុំមិនឲ្យមិត្តរបស់ខ្ញុំបាក់ទឹកចិត្តដោយសារទឹកព្រៃរបស់ខ្ញុំទេគេមិនបានមើលឃើញថាខ្ញុំយំទេខ្ញុំនៅចាំថាពេលនោះការរត់ធុតក្នុងចិត្តរបស់ខ្ញុំធ្វើឲ្យខ្ញុំនិយាយក្នុងចិត្ត អាយុ13ឆ្នាំបែកពីស្រុកកំណើតដោយសារតែអត់សាលារៀនកុមារម្នាក់អាយុ13ឆ្នាំបែកពីឪពុកម្ដាយវារឿងអីកើតឡើងអាយុ25ឆ្នាំបែកពីប្រទេសដោយសារពួកឃាតករនេះជាទឹកភ្នែកតែខ្ញុំវិលបែរមុខទៅរកទឹកដីកម្ពុជាមុនពេលឈានជើងឆ្លងដែរហើយខ្ញុំក៏គួរតែរំលឹកនៅក្នុងអត្ថន័យនៃលិខិតរបស់ខ្ញុំដែលខ្ញុំបានទៅសេផ្ញើឲ្យប្រពន្ធរបស់ខ្ញុំចំណុចដែលគួរចងចាំបំផុតគឺនៅត្រង់ថាខ្ញុំប្រាប់ពីពេលដែលអូនអានសម្បត្តិបងនៅសែនឆ្ងាយរហូតដល់ខ្លួនបងមិនដឹងថានៅទីណាខ្ញុំមិនអាចប្រាប់ប្រពន្ធខ្ញុំថាពេលដែលអូនអានសម្បត្តិបងកំពុងនៅកន្លែងនេះកន្លែងនោះយើងទៅមិនដឹងគឺមានតែឃ្លាមួយសូម្បីខ្លួនបងអត់ដឹងថានៅទីណាបងទេឃ្លាចុងក្រោយបង្កប់ទៅដោយមេមានសង្ឃឹមផលនិងអស់សង្ឃឹមផលបងលាហើយលាដើម្បីជួបវិញដោយគ្មានពេលកំណត់
ពេលនោះសម្ដេចក៏បានផ្ដាំផ្ញើនឹងខ្ញុំជានាសាផ្ទាល់ថាឲ្យជួយថែមើលលោកជំទាវប៊ុននីហ៊ុនសែនផងពេលសម្ដេចចេញផុតប្រហែលជាកន្លះម៉ោងស្រាប់តែពូជួនក្បត់មួយចំនួនក៏មកតាមដល់ផ្ទះគាត់ទូខ្ញុំថាបងសែនទៅណាហើយបាទហើយលក្ខការសម្ងាត់ជាទីបំផុតបើសិនជាខ្ញុំមិនលក្ខការទេខ្ញុំក៏ស្លាប់អញ្ចឹងលោកជំទាវហ្នឹងក៏ស្លាប់ដែរ
ដល់ក្រោយប្រហែលថ្ងៃក្រោយមកឃើញថាគាត់បានភៀសខ្លួនទៅវៀតណាមអញ្ចឹងភៀសខ្លួនហ្នឹងគឺយើងមានការព្រួយបារម្ភតើគាត់ភៀសខ្លួនហ្នឹងគឺបានចាក់ផុតពីទឹកដីខ្មែរឬមួយនៅក្នុងទឹកដីខ្មែរបើសិនជាគាត់ចេញផុតពីទឹកដីខ្មែរបានន័យថាគាត់រស់រានមានជីវិតឡើងវិញបើសិនជាគាត់រត់ភៀសខ្លួនមិនរួចទេគឺបនបល័យពុជសាសគឺវានឹងសម្លាប់
When Hun Sen and 4 soldiers, Nuc Tan, Nek Hoon, San San, and Nap Morin crossed the border of Cambodia into Vietnam, Hun Sen's watch read 2 a.m. They crossed Angdek, Traping Pa, Katma village, a small village, and a part of Tung Lung commune, in Memot district, Kampong Chang province. This village was located in along the border district of Loc Ninh, Song Bi province. When crossing 200 meters onto the Vietnam side, the group stopped and waited until the morning to gain their bearings. During that night, it rained with continuous thunder and lightning.
Các thứ đầm nào là bọn chúng kia hay đầm bàn thật. Nhưng mình bật thôi bật thảo. Thu hơi Việt Nam mình cả phần trở lại đi. Bật thêm đời mấy chục học. Dương mình đâm thác tới khả năng khẳng cao khả năng lấy khả năng. Trừ buồn đi. Đôi chứ dương sầm rạch chân. Ông cùi rung trăm ngày ra. Bọn top bị ngày ra. ក្នុងរង្វង់ប្រមាណជាម៉ោង 8 យើងឃើញច្បាស់ទឹកខាងកើតយើងក៏ធ្វើដំណើរឆ្ពោះទៅទឹកខាងកើតមនុស្ស 5 នាក់អាវុធ tầm bây giờ nó crop ai thì crop hay nó có vật kẹo mình mấy khi ông tới vô bút tít tới quay rồi còn tao Việt Nam thì còn ta bút tít sầm rắp cái phụ bột ta.
The first position of Hun Sen in the armed force of the National Liberation Movement was as a soldier in the resistance of national protection. After being trained in just 2 weeks, Hun Sen's first essay was the order to fight against the U.S. and South Vietnam troops invading the Sinol district in Kratie province, Cambodia, on May 1st, 1970. In an unexpected attack, Hun Sen faced the U.S. troops. It was easy to know the result.
ការប្រយុទ្ធដំបូងរបស់យើងគឺជាការប្រយុទ្ធមួយដែលវាប្រៀបដូចជាគេយកញញួរវាយសត្វរុយអាមេរិកនិងកងទ័ពរបស់ភៀវភីជាមួយនៅវៀតណាមខាងត្បូងប្រៀបដូចជាញញួរហើយយើងប្រៀបដូចជាសត្វរុយ
The battle in Sinol wore out the forces of Hun Sen so quickly that Hun Sen rose from a platoon commander to a squad commander of a small group. Then they were emerging to another unit, and Hun Sen became the platoon commander again.
ក៏ប៉ុន្តែសម្រាប់ខ្ញុំគឺខុសគេវាបង្កើននៅការឈឺចាប់នៅពេលដែលឃើញបរទេសឆ្លៀតពៀនប្រទេសរបស់ខ្ញុំដូច្នេះហើយបានជាខ្ញុំបន្តរហូតមកទោះបីថាឧបសគ្គបណ្ណាក៏ដោយ
After that, Hun Sen's commander sent him to a commando school in the jungle. 1 year later, Hun Sen graduated and was appointed to be the commander in charge of more than 130 soldiers. Hun Sen was also a trainer who taught soldiers to read maps and use a compass and binoculars. From 1972 to April 1975, in addition to the task of fighting, Hun Sen was also sent to join training courses at the military school. He taught about drawing maps and using a compass and binoculars at the military school and trained several units. At the same time, Hun Sen was watched by thousands of eyes of commissars of Angkar. He became a thorn in Angkar's side.
Nơiលើពិភពលោកនេះមានមេដឹកនាំណាមួយដែលមានការឈឺចាប់និងជូរចត់ដោយខ្ញុំទេរឿងដែលកំសត់ជាងនេះនៅថ្ងៃទី10ខែវិច្ឆិកាឆ្នាំ1976ភរិយាខ្ញុំបានឆ្លងទន្លេកូនដំបូងខ្ញុំបាននៅជិតភរិយាខ្ញុំទេពេលនោះខ្ញុំឈានចូលមន្ទីរពេទ្យភរិយាខ្ញុំកំពុងសម្រាកនៅក្នុងមន្ទីរពេទ្យនោះខ្ញុំអត់មានឱកាសដើម្បីនៅកំដរភរិយាខ្ញុំទេប៉ុន្តែនៅពេលដែលខ្ញុំឈានជើងចូលទៅក្នុងមន្ទីរពេទ្យកូនរបស់ខ្ញុំបានស្លាប់ទៅគឺពេទ្យធ្វើឲ្យជ្រុះធ្លាក់បាក់ចោលក្រោមរឿងនេះជារឿងឈឺចាប់ធំណាស់ខ្ញុំខិតខំសងគ្រោះកូនមួយនេះដោយសារពេលនោះនៅចឹងឈាមតាមមាត់ហូរឈាមតាមមាត់ហើយធ្លាក់នៅដីគេលើកដាក់មកលើក្រែវិញភរិយាខ្ញុំទៅទឹកមួយទៅតែយើងមានដាត់ភាពគាត់នៅកក់ឈាមដល់កក់ឈាមនោះមិនដឹងដែរដល់ដឹងទៅអ្នកស្រុកអ្នកភូមិឃើញគាត់ឃីវពេកដល់ឃើញឃីវពេកទៅគេថាមានតែកក់ឈាមនៅអាដេញទួងសុកវានៅប្រវែងនេះណែពីមកកន្លែងនឹងកាយចម្លាក់ទៅបានជា
Ôi,ខ្ញុំស្រឡាញ់ដាក់ខ្លោចចិត្តអាណិតគាត់
កូនយើងស្លាប់យើងគ្មានសិទ្ធិដើម្បីនឹងយកកូនយើងទៅកប់ទេយើងគ្មានសិទ្ធិថែទាំកូនយើងទេសូមមើលនេះគឺជាដានជើងដែលខ្ញុំរក្សាដែលមាននៅជាប់នឹងជើងនេះហើយគឺជាឪពុកសម្លាស់ជើងដោយសារឆ្កែខំតើការឆ្កែខំនេះវាបានមកពីអីដោយសារគ្មានថ្នាំសម្រាប់ព្យាបាលខ្ញុំត្រូវទៅកាប់ឬឈើរកឈើពេលដែលឆ្កែខំជើងខ្ញុំអ្នកដែលនៅជាមួយខ្ញុំគេចង់គេដេញវាយឆ្កែនោះពួកឆ្កែចឹងវាការពារកូនវាពេលនោះខ្ញុំបាននិយាយប្រាប់មនុស្សពីរនាក់ដែលនៅជាមួយខ្ញុំដែលមកដើរជាមួយខ្ញុំថាកុំវាយឆ្កែខ្ញុំថាឆ្កែពេលនេះវាមានសិទ្ធិជាងយើងដោយសារតែវាមានសិទ្ធិការពារកូនរបស់វាហើយយើងជាមនុស្សអត់មានសិទ្ធិស្មើឆ្កែទេគេមិនអនុញ្ញាតឲ្យខ្ញុំយកកូនខ្ញុំទៅកប់ទេគេក៏មិនអនុញ្ញាតឲ្យខ្ញុំនៅកំដរភរិយាខ្ញុំដែរបើសិនជាអ្នកចិត្តឈឺឆាប់អាចដកកម្លើងបាញ់សម្រាប់វេវិជាការនេះព្រោះគេអាចដឹងបានហើយថាទោះបីយ៉ាងไรក៏ដោយខ្ញុំជាអ្នកដែលរៀនកំងដូរពិសេសកងតបពិសេសប៉ុន្តែខ្ញុំគិតថាខ្ញុំមិនអាចធ្វើបែបនេះគ្រាន់តែត្រឹមខ្លាយខ្លួនទៅជាកិត្តករហើយបោះបង់ចោលនៅបុព្វហេតុដ៏ធំមួយទៀត
Secretly, Hun Sen began secret activities against Khmer Rouge. In 1974, Hun Sen was appointed to be the commander of a 500-man infantry battalion. After being injured in several attacks against the forces of Lon Nol, this 23-year-old man was appointed as the commander of the regiment of more than 2,000 men. Hun Sen used these forces as the tool to fight against Lon Nol first, and then Khmer Rouge. Why did Hun Sen and thousands of men still serve Khmer Rouge when they no longer respected the regime? It was because they had nowhere to go. They were hostages of the war. Hun Sen hated Khmer Rouge. His feelings against Khmer Rouge appeared when Sihanouk still ruled.
យកអង្គភាពរបស់ខ្ញុំក្រោមវិជាឲ្យទទួលឲ្យអង្គភាពរបស់ខ្ញុំទៅការពារកោះមួយនៅខាងលើកំពង់ចាស់កងទ័ពរបស់ដូណាល់តែគ្រប់គ្រងដោយអាមេរិកបានបាញ់ផ្លោមទៅលើអង្គភាពរបស់ខ្ញុំប៉ុន្តែបែរជាភ្លើងឆេះផ្ទះនៅឯក្នុងភូមិទៅវិញរងហើយរងទៀតតែតែមានឆេះផ្ទះចម្លើយឆ្លើយតបរបស់ពួកគេរបស់មេវិជាការមួយទេគេថាគាត់ថាវិជាការល្អតាព្រោះពេលដែលរស់រួចហើយគ្មានអ្នកមានផ្ទះធំនិងអ្នកមានផ្ទះតូចទេគ្មានអ្នកមានគឺគ្មានអ្នកប្រចម្លើយមួយចម្លើយនេះបានផ្ដល់ឲ្យខ្ញុំនៅភាពប្រកបមួយថាពួកគេបានធ្វើទៅមួយនេះព្រឹកថ្ងៃទី16ខែមេសាឆ្នាំ1975មុនរំដោះមួយថ្ងៃខ្ញុំត្រូវរបួសពិការភ្នែកម្ដង ហើយដល់ធ្វើឲ្យខ្ញុំសន្លប់រហូតដល់ថ្ងៃ21ថ្ងៃ22ទើបខ្ញុំបានដឹកខ្លួនបន្ទាប់ពីការព្យាបាលនេះខ្ញុំពិតជាមានការអស់សង្ឃឹមខ្លាំងណាស់ខ្ញុំគិតថាអំពើក្បត់នេះត្រូវតែប្រឆាំង
Hun Sen joined the guerrilla force for two reasons. First, how could he stand still when the U.S. landed troops and bombed Cambodia? It was a foreign invasion into a peaceful country. Secondly, Hun Sen said that it was thanks to the persuasive appeal of Sihanouk, a leader with a great appeal to the public. There were waves after waves of young people joining the guerrilla force to make sure that Sihanouk would regain his rule. Unknowingly, Hun Sen handed over his fate to Khmer Rouge.
ពេលវេលានេះគឺជាពេលវេលាដែលលំបាកបំផុតលោកដឹងទេครับនៅក្នុងអំឡុងខែ3មុនចូលឆ្នាំខ្មែរព្រោះឆ្នាំខ្មែរជាធម្មតាចូលនៅឆ្នាំនៅខែមេសាគេបានបកគលការងារឲ្យខ្ញុំធ្វើជាមេវិជ្ជាការសមរភូមិសម្រាប់ការវាយចូលទៅប្រទេសវៀតណាមតាំងពីព្រំដែននៃខេត្តបច្ចេកតែខ្ញុំមិនធ្វើខ្ញុំឲ្យហេតុផលនេះឲ្យហេតុផលនោះតែខ្ញុំអត់បានធ្វើទេវាយប្រជាជនខ្លួនឯងមិនអស់ចិត្តទៅវាយប្រទេសជិតខាងខ្ញុំមិនធ្វើ
June 21st, 1977. The morning came gradually. Hun Sen and his comrades looked straight at the direction of the sun. It was the east, the only direction to enter Vietnam. At 11 a.m., after crossing the jungle to enter the territory of Vietnam for 6 kilometers, he decided to hide weapons before reaching the provincial road and looking for Vietnamese soldiers and civilians. Why did he decide to drop weapons? It was a very smart move. For just seeing armed people who crossed the border, Vietnamese border guards were likely to open fire. His life and the lives of his comrades could not be saved.
Cái nữa tôi đòi phơi của bảy tôi đâu tôi cứ tập khuất đi để bọn khúc nào lục sạch có bán từ đó khơi sam phơi được tệ ai đó khơi tận một tập một liên là về dùng dưỡng co sầm rạch chất tam bỏ bỏ dưỡng dốc đâm chưa bỏ còn thế cả máy điត្រូវបានដាក់ដោយអាដែងណែកូនជ្រូកទូចទៅងាប់ហើយគេប្រឡាក់ចឹងយើងទទួលទៀតម្នាក់ខ្ញុំគិតថាយើងបានប្រមូលប្រហែលជាម្នាក់5ស្លឹកព្រាធ្វើដំណើរបន្តទៅហ្នឹងគឺដើម្បីជៀសវាងការយល់ច្រឡំគឺយើងខ្ញុំទៅដល់កន្លែងមួយហ្នឹងគឺលាក់អាវុធយើងលាក់អាវុធយើងបាទដើម្បីកុំឲ្យខាងកងទ័ពវៀតណាមគេច្រឡំបាទការដែលយើងដើរខ្លួនទៅទេគឺជាយើងអាចរក្សាបាននៅសន្តិសុខក្នុងអំឡុងមុនម៉ោង2បន្តិចខ្ញុំបានកលេងទឹកឃើញខ្លួនប្រជាជនខ្ញុំក៏បានឲ្យអ្នកទាំងឡាយបត់ដៃបត់ជើងឲ្យខ្ញុំបានប្រាប់គេថាវត្តទៀតអាចយើងត្រូវជាប់ចំណងដូចនេះបត់ដៃបត់ជើងឲ្យទៅហើយក៏ប្រាប់ពួកគេបន្ថែមថាបើសិនជាត្រូវចាប់ចោលក៏សូមបកគលខ្លួនឲ្យចាប់ចោលចោលនាឡិកាដៃរបស់ខ្ញុំបានមើលខ្ញុំថាបន្តិចទៀតនាឡិកានេះត្រូវបាត់ហើយឧបពលពលឃើញនាឡិកាល្អមកបាត់ទេ
On June 21st, 1977, at 2 p.m., they came to Hoa Lu hamlet. The first Vietnamese person that Hun Sen met on the only road of red soil to the hamlet of Hoa Lu was Mr. Tu Hong, a local man and guerrilla.
As I was working on the field, I saw 5 men wearing black clothes. At first, I was not very calm. I took a deep breath to calm down. I knew they were Cambodians. They had a proper manner. They did not look violent and noisy. They asked if there were soldiers here, and I said yes. I said, there are soldiers here. This is the military camp. Don't worry, there are many soldiers there. Take time and I will look for someone to take you to the soldiers, the big leaders.
Sầm ការចងរបស់វៀតណាមប៉ុន្តែវៀតណាមអត់បានធ្វើអ្វីចំពោះខ្ញុំដូចខ្ញុំបាននិយាយមកថាខ្ញុំពួកក្រុមខ្ញុំនេះគឺជាមនុស្សដែលមានសំណាងព្រោះយើងទៅបានជួបជាមួយនឹងអ្នកដែលមានចិត្តធម៌មានចិត្តវិតពេលដែលខ្ញុំធ្វើដំណើរដោយគ្មានឆ្លងដែនខុសច្បាប់នៅពេលវេលាមួយដែលពលពតបានវាយតាមព្រំដែនមួយចំនួនទៅហើយវៀតណាមពិបាកបែងចែកណាស់រវាងណាជាកងទ័ពស៊ើបការវាយឆ្មក់និងណាជាអ្នកទៅស្វែងរកការតស៊ូ
Mr. Hung and 2 guerrillas took the group to the hamlet of Hoa Lu. People in Hoa Lu cooked rice for them. After many years, it was the first time he and his comrades had rice to eat. In Cambodia, the ration was just soup. The first meal of rice. It was so good.
Việt Nam cái làm bài năng lấy đọc ở quốc nhiệm hộp ở miền mà hộp thò mà đá bảo Việt Nam chứ á
នេះជារឿងគួរឲ្យខ្លោចចិត្តខ្លួនឯងផងតែក៏ជារឿងគួរឲ្យអស់សម័យដែរនៅត្រង់ថាគ្នាតែ5នាក់ស៊ីអស់បាយមួយឆ្នាំលេខ10ដោយសារតែយើងមិនដែលបានស៊ីបាយប្រហែលជាមួយឆ្នាំរួចទៅហើយដែលយើងស៊ីតែបបរដូចជាស៊ីណែនពោះវាគួរតែខ្ញុំត្រូវគេចងនៅពេលនោះប៉ុន្តែកុំថាឡើយដល់ចងសូម្បីតែខ្លួនប្រាណខ្ញុំមានអ្វីក៏មិនបានឆែកផងគួរណាស់ពេលនោះវាណាមអាចមកស្ទាបចកេះយើងតែយើងនៅលាក់កភ្លើងនៅលាក់ក្របែកហើយបើកមើលបាឡូយើងគឺទីអត់ទៅបារម្ភនេះជាកាយវិការដែលជាការកត់សម្គាល់ធំបំផុត
After that, he and his comrades were brought to Chin village by civilians and guerrilla fighters in Hoa Lu hamlet. There he met Mr. Tu Hua, the company deputy commander of local soldiers, at the house of communal detachment at Hoa Lu hamlet.
I came and saw a man carrying a nurse bag. I searched it and saw a medical toolkit, but there was a problem with language. I did not understand their language and found it hard to ask them questions. I did not have any trouble with them. It was because they had the same color of complexion as the Vietnamese. It was a good sign. They were not criminals or anything, so I did not do anything bad to them.
TrênពីHoa Luទៅកាត់ភូមិឡាជីកាត់ភូមិដោយសារពេលនោះខ្ញុំវាស៊ីបាយទឹកពុះផងហត់នឿយផងហាក់ដូចជាមានជប់គ្រោះក្រៅលោកវាកងស្លោក បាទជួយពីបលោកខ្ញុំហើយខ្ញុំដើរដៃទៅទេប៉ុន្តែខ្ញុំអោបដោយសារវាល្ងាដោយសារខ្ញុំគិតចេះអ្នកទៅជាមួយខ្ញុំគឺមានចិត្តធម៌ដោយឃើញថាខ្ញុំគុណមិនស្រួលខ្លួនគឺជួយពីបលោក
Lúc bây giờ là khoảng vào buổi chiều, khoảng 2-3 giờ chiều.
In the afternoon at 2 or 3 p.m. that day, when I was on my duty there, militiamen and local people brought 5 men there so that they could talk with me. They were from Cambodia. All of them were weak and miserable. They might have been starved for many days. They did not look normal. Their lips were blue because of malaria. They were so weak. They were absolutely weak.
Môi thâm người họ rất là ốm yếu, họ yếu hẳn luôn á.
Vấn đề kỳ su vấn tha nẹt màu nâng màu thua ấy. Sầm nuôi dân khơi tha tì muối cứ phân bé Việt Nam nơi này thành là cốt là bay chui sông cua Campuchia lẽ cả nát Pol Pot của Pung Tây sầm lấp Campuchia chốn Campuchia có Pung Tây thưa ma Campuchia chốn Campuchia ớt miền bài hốp prơ đôi cua của bầy sạt thiệt.
In the afternoon, 5 Cambodians were taken out of Pha Lu hamlet and brought on a GMC truck to Loc Ninh district.
Dương tự đo nơi thì tạm còn tỏ mũi nơi lục ní có cơ vị nào hỏi ba dương và ra thiết hỏi con có bà thì gây bịa sống tụ tha hút bê bài hỏi ở lời ọt miền ở vậy krao ta phi tập cuốn chuyển lộ nâng tập trấy nâng đạo vị trí trong bàn prab thả phần đẹp cục gọt nó với sự óc mà chẳng tiếp cơ về chồng lại thế
ពួកយើងខ្ញុំទៅដល់លោកninhហ្នឹងគឺត្រូវគេខាងកងទ័ពវៀតណាមហ្នឹងហៅម្ដងម្នាក់យកទៅសួរចម្លើយហើយការដែលហៅមុនគេគឺហៅសម្ដេចហ៊ុនសែនទៅសួរចម្លើយរហូតដល់ម៉ោងប្រហែលជាម៉ោងតាំងពីល្ងាចម៉ោង6ល្ងាចរហូតដល់ម៉ោង2យប់ហើយពួកយើងខ្ញុំដែលនៅរងចាំគាត់ហ្នឹងគឺមានការភ័យព្រោះបាត់គាត់យូរពេក
After the meal, Hun Sen was separated from the other 4 men and interviewed again. Despite having some doubts, Mr. Tu Bin, the Vietnamese official interviewing Hun Sen, accepted that Hun Sen was a commander of high level.
First, I asked him what he did in Cambodia, what his rank and his task in Cambodia was. Hun Sen said I was the deputy commander of Regiment 92.
Nơi bê đời con bàn xù thả ta con to của lục nguyênประมาณខ្ញុំបានឆ្លើយថាបន្តពីការរបស់ព្រំពេញវរៈណាធំនេះគឺមានជាង 2000 នាក់ក៏ប៉ុន្តែថ្ងៃដែលខ្ញុំចាក់ចេញគឺមាន 1000 នៅសល់ 1776 នាក់តែសារប្របែកទៅកាន់អង្គភាពផ្សេងហ្នឹងមានការចាប់ខ្លួនមួយចំនួនពេលលោកមេជាការនេះបានស្រែកផ្សាយទៅធ្វើបរិបទណយឡាវអ្នកបកប្រែគាត់និយាយថាណែនិយាយភូតអង្គរបៀបហ្នឹងមានតែជាង30នាក់ទេហេតុអីមានរាប់ពាន់ពេលហ្នឹងខ្ញុំក៏គិតថាអ្នកបកប្រែខុសអំពីក្បាលអង្គរបៀបហើយអញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំសង្កេតទៅគាត់ខ្ញុំគិតថាគាត់ចេះភាសាបារាំងខ្លះដោយសារខ្ញុំចេះភាសាបារាំងខ្លះខ្ញុំក៏បានសាររបស់សួរគាត់ Parlez-vous français? តើណែចេះនិយាយភាសាបារាំង ឆ្លើយខ្លីថាអន់ពើតិចតួចដូច្នេះប៉ុន្តែនៅមានអ្នកដែលនៅជុំវិញនោះក៏មានអ្នកចេះភាសាដែរពេលហ្នឹងខ្ញុំចាប់ផ្ដើមពន្យល់ជាភាសាដែរsection group section compagnie បាត់យងនិងរេស៊ីម៉ង់បានខ្ញុំប្រាប់គាត់ថាខ្ញុំកាន់រេស៊ីម៉ង់បានគាត់កែឲ្យអ្នកបកប្រែកែតម្រូវពីជុំដកទៅជុំដកសំណារួចខ្លួន
Theo tôi thì Hun Sen này giỏi.
I believed Hun Sen was well educated, and his French might be at the high school level. Hun Sen spoke French to me properly and clearly, not like some bad people.
Nói tiếng Tây cũng nghiêm túc mà.
Cho bạn vừa lọt mà đó. Cái này. Sầm ra, đàn nơi bài phơi, cái này tí tăng như tuổi. Trong cái hai xuôi thì lấy lại tu luôn để cho một bên và đó không khơi pi nét đây là tộc mình phải là bảo cho pi nét đây là tộc pi nét tiết đây nâng cao tộc ủa ở tận bên kia bên sau thì ủa giờ cho đó là buồn nghe cái này tiền của bộ dụng còn được phê được khi mà đó cứ tôi cây chụp dụng.
On the morning of the 22nd day, they were brought to Songba town on a truck used for transporting wood. At the time, the Vietnamese side just wanted information about the state of politics, the military, the economy, and society in general in Cambodia, from the central to the local level, and it was Hun Sen's wish. He wanted to provide information to Vietnamese leaders so that they could know about dangers in the past and present in Cambodia, which were threatening honest Cambodians and posing a serious threat to Vietnamese security and sovereignty. Therefore, Hun Sen was excited to answer questions, for he just wanted to inform Vietnamese leaders of the situation in Cambodia, and he believed that only Vietnam could help Cambodians.
Quân khu thì Ngũ chỉ đạo phòng báo là lên.
Commanders of Military Region 7 ordered the intelligence office to provide personal stuff to the group, including uniforms, blankets, ponchos. They should be dressed as soldiers in Vietnam. When they were in Vietnam, they should wear Vietnamese clothes. I said, to stay undercover, just wear these. They smiled. They said they were happy now that they believed we would help them.
Họ cười, họ nói được cái trang bị mới thì họ mừng. Họ nói như vậy là mình giúp đỡ thật.
Interviewing continuously asked Hun Sen a series of repeated questions. What is your real name? What regiment of Khmer Rouge do you serve? Where is it stationed? Why do you come to Vietnam? Are you spying for Pol Pot? After several hours of interview, they began to believe that Hun Sen was no longer loyal to Khmer Rouge.
Việt Nam banប្រព្រឹត្តជាមួយនឹងអ្នកភៀសខ្លួនចូលទៅកាន់ប្រទេសវៀតណាមសម្រាប់ពួកខ្ញុំនេះគឺជាការប្រព្រឹត្តមួយមានគុណធម៌បើទោះបីថាមិនតាន់ច្បាស់ថាខ្ញុំជាអ្នកណាមិត្តឬក៏សត្រូវក៏ប៉ុន្តែសូម្បីតែខ្លួនខ្ញុំអត់បានមកប៉ះទេប៉ុន្តែត្រូវបានផ្ដល់នៅបរិវារទៅវិញដោយដឹងថាពួកខ្ញុំជាអ្នកចេះជួបបរិយចេះជួបត្រាប់ពួកគេបានផ្ដល់ឆ្នាំឲ្យពួកខ្ញុំជួបក្រុមខ្ញុំជាមនុស្សមានអំណាចព្រោះទៅជួបអ្នកដែលមានចិត្តធម៌នេះជាប្រទេសមួយឆ្លងកាត់ក្នុងពេលដែលមានចំនួនបដាអាវុធការកំពុងតែមានចំនួនបដាអាវុធ នៅតំបន់ខ្លះដែលបកដោយពួកពលពតពិបាកបែកចែកណាជាអ្នកស៊ើបការណាចូលវាយឆ្មោះមិត្តឬសត្រូវអត់តន់ច្បាស់តែធ្វើប៉ុណ្ណេះគ្រប់គ្រាន់ដើម្បីយើងយល់
In fact, they were illegal border crossers, and at that time, Vietnamese officials did not really know if they had good or bad intentions, given the fact that Pol Pot considered Vietnam as the #1 foe and launched military actions to kill Vietnamese. However, what Hun Sen and his comrades did not expect was that Vietnam actually did not consider them as foes. They were not handcuffed, searched, discriminated against, and hated. In contrast, Hun Sen and his comrades were given food, military equipment, cigarettes, and medicine. Despite being of a different race, and the fact that they were illegal border crossers and Vietnamese did not know their intentions, Vietnamese showed their kindness, humanity, and respect of human rights. Hun Sen considered Vietnam as a model country. Unlike Pol Pot, men who crossed the border to arrest Vietnamese people in the border area only to torture, interrogate, and kill them.
He was so familiar with the Central Resolution that he spoke from the beginning to the end while I just listened. I started calling him brother, not Hun Sen.
Hun Sen stayed in Song But for 22 days until he began suffering from a serious case of malaria. It was his unexpected luck to be transferred to the infirmary K23. Hun Sen was provided better rations, despite Vietnam's many difficulties. The news of Hun Sen's desertion quickly came to commissars of Angkar. At that time, they knew that Hun Sen ran to Vietnam. They retaliated by forcing Mrs. Bun Rani to suffer hard labor. After 22 days in Song But, Hun Sen still had to wait for 3 more months in this province. It was also the time when Hun Sen's health was deteriorated due to malaria. He often had to go to the hospital. He was the youngest person allowed to stay on the 4th floor of Thong Nhat Hospital in Ho Chi Minh City, which were preserved for commanders only, and he had to disguise himself as a Laotian. Vietnamese friends called Hun Sen with a new name so that he did not attract attention or doubt. Vietnamese officers named him Mai Phuc, meaning happy forever, 26 years old, a senior officer in the Military Region X. No one knew where the Military Region X was. There were many doubts among staff in the hospital, for typically, only people 60 years old and older could be considered senior officers in Vietnam. People on the 4th floor knew Hun Sen's rank. However, when he was taken to the X-ray room, they asked, "Why is a senior officer just 26 years old? Where is he from?"
Và giai đoạn đầu thì chúng tôi cũng chỉ biết anh ấy tên là
We only knew that his name was Mai Phúc, not Hun Sen, in our first contacts. Eventually, after a long period of time, we learned that he was a Cambodian, and his name is Hun Sen. I stood at the door of his ward many nights when I was on duty, witnessing him looking towards Cambodia direction and crying. We sympathized with him and respected him more.
Và chúng tôi cũng quý trọng anh ấy lắm.
It was not useless for Hun Sen and his comrades to wait, for Vietnamese senior leaders read reports and his letters. On September 27, 1977, Hun Sen met directly with General Van Tien Dong, member of the Political Bureau of the Central Committee, Communist Party of Vietnam, Chief of General Staff of People's Army of Vietnam. The meeting took place in Ho Chi Minh City in 2 hours and 40 minutes, from 8 a.m. to 10:40 a.m. In this meeting, General Van Tien Dong told Hun Sen that he had read reports and received his ideas.
Nơi muốn về được khiêm chủ, ở đó sẽ lấy vào tình dục. Pol Pot ban ở tết sân niệm ở bị khúc, lực tí đọc pram tí này ngày bằng cát bạc cùng với cả chị. Kể dọc năm 1960 kể tết sân niệm bị bảo vật bạc. Phu khiêm nguyên được chủ, đời xa nguyên được chủ là bọn được thọ được bằng sạch khiêm bạc để dạy. ถ้าเขียนบ้านได้ช่วยต่อตลอดตัววิญญาณทาบาข้างเรือน้ำมันหายชูเขียนบาดดีเขียนสมอาวุธก็บอกเขียนวุ้นตลอดแต่การจะสลับจมูกวิจิตรเขียน
That meeting has a significant meaning to the national cause of Cambodia. Although the specific problem had not been solved yet, General Van Tien Dong said many sincere words to Hun Sen, including that he was very young with a long future, telling him to keep the situation a secret, pay attention to the situation, and learn. Believe in the future. The advice and wish from General Van Tien Dong gave him a lot of hope. The problem remaining was time. Believe in the future. Hun Sen was given a chance to meet senior Vietnamese military officers in Ho Chi Minh City. All of them talked in an equal, respectful, and frank manner, and they were open with their intention of seeking help to fight against Pol Pot. However, up to that time, the Vietnamese government still refused to provide military support to Hun Sen, because of course, the Vietnamese did not really understand that Pol Pot had betrayed at that time. However, Hun Sen did not come to Vietnam to seek political asylum. He wanted Vietnam to help liberate his country. When he asked for the Vietnam government's help, this request was initially refused. Vietnamese officials said if they agreed with his request for help, this would be interpreted as the country intervening in the internal affairs of democratic Cambodia.
សំណូមពរខ្ញុំមិនត្រូវបានឆ្លើយតបពីទីភាសាគោរពអធិបតេយ្យភាពរបស់កម្ពុជាគោរពឯករាជ្យអធិបតេយ្យភាពរបស់កម្ពុជាត្រូវបានថ្នាក់ដឹកនាំវៀតណាមគ្រប់កម្រិតនិយាយភាសានេះដូចគ្នាត្រង់នេះហើយដែលខ្ញុំបានមើលឃើញថាវៀតណាមទីមួយគឺវៀតណាមអត់ទទួលបានព័ត៌មានពីកម្ពុជាទេប៉ុន្តែទីពីរវៀតណាមមានគោលនយោបាយច្បាស់លាស់ទៅលើការគោរពឯករាជ្យអធិបតេយ្យភាពរបស់ប្រទេសនេះ
At that time, we disagreed on whether Pol Pot was a friend or a foe. Therefore, when there were groups and people from Cambodia coming here, we sent them back because of the two countries' friendship. But then we learned that most of them were killed after returning to Cambodia. At Tien River in Thương Toi Hao, there were more than 20 people coming here. Then we sent them back. On the next day, we saw their bodies floating in the river. It meant they killed those people one day later. At the border near Military Region 7, between Ta Nong and Ben Soi Giao Thanh, Cambodians also crossed the border to enter Vietnam. We sent them back. On the next day, an old man ran to us and said those people were killed.
However, there was a historic turning point for Hun Sen when Pol Pot attacked the Vietnamese border in 1977. The aggression of Pol Pot marked a change in Vietnamese policy. Vietnamese leaders of all levels understood more and more about brutal actions by Pol Pot's men when they launched attacks on Vietnamese people. Especially in Tay Ninh province, they massacred and injured many people. Pol Pot's attacks on Vietnam were fiercer and fiercer, forcing Vietnam to counterattack in self-defense. Political events took place quickly in a way that resembled historic karma. After being attacked by Pol Pot, Vietnam was clearly aware of Pol Pot's intention and nature. When Pol Pot relocated his forces from the southwest to the east of Cambodia to be ready for an attack on Vietnam, the move forced a huge number of Cambodians fleeing to Vietnam. Pol Pot set fire to houses and villages of Vietnamese and took over some areas in Tay Ninh province in September. Vietnamese soldiers fought back in the direction of Savay Riang, Prevang, Kompong Cham, and Kratie, as well as some areas of Kandal. When leaders of democratic Cambodia became more and more reckless, launching further attacks on the Tay Ninh province of Vietnam, Vietnamese soldiers fought back firmly in self-defense. The Vietnamese troops must undertake the counteroffensive against Pol Pot in order to help Cambodia end the genocide and maintain its national security and sovereignty.
ពេលដែលខៀវរំផនប្រកាសផ្ដាច់ទូតជាមួយវៀតណាមនៅថ្ងៃទី5ខែមករា1978ពេលនោះប្រជាជនកម្ពុជាបានឆ្លងទៅវៀតណាមច្រើនហើយខ្ញុំបានស្នើសុំឲ្យវៀតណាមទទួលបងប្អូនក្នុងឋានៈជាជនភៀសខ្លួនដោយពេលនោះមានការផ្គត់ផ្គង់ដ៏ល្អសម្រាប់របៀបជាអ្នកភៀសខ្លួនជនភៀសខ្លួនខ្ញុំក៏មានសំណូមពរចំពោះវៀតណាមថាសូមគុំបន្តចាប់ជាជនខ្មែរដែលភៀសខ្លួនមកវៀតណាមត្រឡប់ទៅកម្ពុជានេះជាជោគជ័យមួយដំណាក់ពេលនោះខ្ញុំមានការចាប់អារម្មណ៍គឺប្រទេសវៀតណាមក៏ទើបនឹងបានរំដោះនៅភាគខាងត្បូងហើយប្រជាជនវៀតណាមនឹងក៏នៅជួបការលំបាកម្យ៉ាងគឺឆ្នាំ77មកឆ្នាំ78នេះគឺមានគ្រោះធម្មជាតិហើយប្រជាជនវៀតណាមនៅពេលនោះគឺនៅហូបពោតហូបដំឡូងហើយថែមទាំងពួកយើងខ្ញុំទៅថែមពីកម្ពុជាទៅទៀតទៅជួយហូបថែមទៀតអញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំឃើញថានៅពេលនោះអ្វីដែលខ្ញុំចាប់អារម្មណ៍ជាទីបំផុតនោះគឺទាក់ទងនឹងជីវភាពដែលប្រជាជនវៀតណាមបានចែករំលែកមកឲ្យយើងខ្ញុំ
Hun Sen understood, and he was grateful to Vietnam's help, allowing assaulted Cambodians to be evacuated to Vietnamese areas and to take refuge in Vietnam. That event created an opportunity for Hun Sen to recruit soldiers for his forces. Hun Sen's policy of recruitment was implemented. He began building many bases and received strong support. In addition to the growth of the military force, the leadership of Hun Sen became clearer.
men pe mũi chậm từ cùi lên cho mũi nè nghe từ hiện mà chậm để cả gốc bàn su từ cành pi nè đấy thà quát chuyện là nào anh đúng rồi aiบอกเราเนี่ยบ้านเช่าอยู่ระเบียบเจ็ดทางก็คือที่อนาคตเมื่อกติระบบกัมพูชีนี่คือเรื่องฮอตทอมนะปลปดไว้เวียดนามกันแต่ครั้งเอาแค่ระบบจมกันแต่เช้าโดยใช้บ้านจิตจมเตรียมเรียบจอมต่อมันเรื่องแบบนี้มันเรียบจอมมาไงปีไงที่เชื่อมไตรเชียดเป้เสยโรคชั่วโมงดักชั่วโมงก่อปอเชื่อมกระถาดาวใบแต่เรียบเทียบผืนไอ้กุ้งได้สนุนได้เวทนาอะไรกัน
One thing that could not be forgotten was the news about his wife and child. In December 1977, Hun Sen had a chance to infiltrate into Mermoth district to find his wife and son. However, unfortunately, he could not find them and did not know if they were alive or dead. Alive or dead.
ประเดี๋ยวผมยืนจังรวมโบสถ์ในจมูกที่ผมรับเที่ยวผมปนเครื่องสลับไปรู้คือเครื่องอัดดังเตะแต่ก่อนมันชูบใส่คลาได้เป็นคำเจ่งพอดเครื่องยุ่งฉลาดนะก็ปันแต่บ่สั้นจะเครื่องบังห้างใกล้ในการต่อสอบฉบับจะบุญเนี่ยเสียงเตียนเกินมัดมาได้ช่วงการยืนบากตะตัวเตียนบายจมูกนี้แต่ตึกในจะบอกยืนสระเลือบายในจะวิ่งเตะ
แต่ยังมีนรกมวยเตียนหาก็รู้ในตีนุ่มแม่นยังมันตั้งท่าเบียบจ้าเวียวิบัติใจต่างไหมยังเต้ก็นึกเคยถามตาไงนะยังบ้านจูคนเดียววิ่งหรือไม่ก็อดนั่นคือรำระบำยมเป็นนั่งเคยถามเวียอัตตอนประกัดเกียรติตายังบ้านจูคนเดียววิ่งหรือไม่ก็ยังอัดบ้านจู
In December 1977 and in January and February 1978, Vietnam allowed officers taking refuge in Vietnam to meet and work with Hun Sen. In March 1978, he had one more chance to return to his country to assess the situation.
ปีบังคับจอบเฮ้ยทางសម្ដេចហ៊ុនសែននៅខាងវៀតណាមក៏យើងឯកភាពនេះរៀបចាត់តាំងប្រហែលជា7ក្រុមដើម្បីចូលមកស្រុកខ្មែរគឺជាក្រុមហៅថាចារកិច្ចមិនធ្វើការណា
một là xây dựng cơ sở cách mạng.
The first task was to build a revolution base. It was the number one task in Cambodia. The second role was to assess the situation. If any force of separatists was detected, we tried to connect with them. The third role was to evaluate the enemy's situation and the enemy's armed force so that I could report to my superiors in time. And what was the next role? It was to continue helping Cambodian comrades with their task.
Tiếp tục giúp đỡ các đồng chí bạn để trưởng thành.
ក្រុមប្រដាប់អាវុធในខាងវៀតណាមរៀបចំឲ្យហ្នឹងយើងចូលមកដីខ្មែរគឺខ្មែរក្រហមកំពុងតែកាន់កាប់ណាហើយអញ្ចឹងមកលើកទី1គឺអត់អីទេបានជ័យជំនះត្រឹមក្រោយមកបានបែងចែកមកក្រុមទៅទៀត3ក្រុមទៀតចូលទៀតអញ្ចឹងហ่า3ក្រុមចូលទៀតហ្នឹងមានបែកការខ្លះវៀតណាមកងទ័ពវៀតណាមណាសាសនាវៀតណាមក៏ស្លាប់ប្រមាណអ្នកហ្នឹងកប់នៅអរិញព្រៃនឹងខ្មែរក្រហមដេញតាមបាញ់
ពលដំណើរមួយថ្ងៃហើយវាអស់បាយដែលយើងខ្ចប់ទៅហើយអស់បាយលីហើយ từng tức từ tiết sầm nam ban là tức để dương đo cái quả gì hơi từ lót mùi mà đó dương hot men tên hỏi dương còn nói tới rồi không biết đây rồi đó phê phía lại bài chỉ chưa trong đào lên rồi trong đào nó đủ chuyện gì chương nó vừa rừng chọp tổng cộng.
We had to find yams and fruits and shared with each other. They found some stem vegetables and boiled these to eat. Lying on my hammock, I felt pity for them and for Cambodia.
The event that moved Hun Sen to tears happened in April 1978 when Mea Hun and he were allowed to meet Senior Lieutenant General Tran Van Tra at the High Command of Military Region 7. In that meeting, Senior Lieutenant General Tran Van Tra said to Mea Hun and Hun Sen that Vietnamese leaders decided to support Cambodian comrades in building the armed force to liberate the nation. It was the answer that Hun Sen had been waiting for days and months.
Và đón sự lấy chân vận trả bà Prat Tha Pháp năng rót thao của bà Việt Nam sầm rách chui ao và đảo vật có sang cầm lăng bà vụt đảo bay rụt đỏ cà phê Việt Nam có là bánh còn tay cót ban về chuyện và thèm thả Việt Nam chui ban tại phó khí vút có rộng bụng xéo nâng cao vắc hạn cao vô cơ nay phó khí vút vô thực quan xây xây vắc hạn còn tay nay nhiều bài cử mật Campuchia từ đu học tập trong thả Campuchia trong từ tu rau đồ từ lơ bánh hàn nhiều bàiพวกคืนน่ะนะสกอลไม้ลึกไม้ที่ปีนู้นประมาณแค่ปรำชนะมาปอนปุ่มบน178ខ្ញុំឃើញទឹកមុខរបស់មេខ្ញុំគឺសម្ដេចហ៊ុនសែននៅពេលបច្ចុប្បន្ននេះគាត់ហាក់បីដូចជាមានការបារម្ភដល់ពេលក្រោយមកបានខ្ញុំដឹងថាខែ5ឆ្នាំ78ហ្នឹងគឺពលពតបានបញ្ជូនកម្លាំងទៅណែវាយកំទេចកម្លាំងភូមិភាគបូព៌ាបើគឺចោទថាកម្លាំងភូមិភាគបូព៌ានេះគឺជាកម្លាំងដែលចូលដៃចូលជើងជាមួយវៀតណាមបើកឲ្យវៀតណាមវាយចូលប្រទេសកម្ពុជាអីនេះបាទតែជាទំនាស់គ្នារវាងក្នុងក្រុមខ្មែរក្រហមនិងខ្មែរក្រហមហ្នឹងប៉ុន្តែខ្ញុំដឹងក្រោយទេប៉ុន្តែពីមុនដែលខ្ញុំឃើញសម្ដេចហ៊ុនសែនគាត់បញ្ចេញអរិយាប័ត្រក៏ដូចជាការគិតគូរព្រួយបារម្ភច្រើនទៅដល់អ្នកដែលនៅក្នុងប្រទេសដែលមិនទាន់បានចេញផុតពីរបបបល្ល័ង្កពូជសាសន៍ប៉ុលពតនេះ
A new turning point, a new chance. Hardship and challenge must be overcome for the sake of the nation and of the people of Cambodia. In addition to the efforts and hard work of Cambodian officers and soldiers, there was the sincere support from the Vietnamese side. An armed force named the Armed Force of Unity for Cambodian National Salvation was born on May 12, 1978. The Command 578 was formed in May 1978 in Thu Duc and moved from Thu Duc to Long Zao to keep it secret.
បានជាយើងចេញពីទៅដឹកទៅឡុងយ៉ាវឡុងយ៉ាវគឺជាកន្លែងប្រមូលផ្ដុំដែលប្រជាជនខ្មែរត្រូវបានយើងរំដោះកងទ័ពវៀតណាមទៅរំដោះក្នុងទឹកដីខ្មែរយកទៅដាក់នៅនោះទាំងអស់រាប់ម៉ឺនយើងនៅតែជាយាមនឹងការជឿរើសតបបន្តខ្ញុំមានឈ្មោះកងទ័ពហើយស្អាតនៅក្នុងដៃមានសិលធម៌កងទ័ពហើយស្អាតបានឈានទៅដល់ការបង្កើតនៅអង្គភាពលើកដំបូងហៅថា125
Hun Sen was both the commander of the military and the chief of the political strategy. Nuc Phon was the deputy commander in charge of political affairs. Hem Samin was in charge of logistics and finance. Then on May 12, 1978, the first unit called Unit 125 was established. This unit had over 200 soldiers commanded by Not Huon.
នៅក្នុងការវឹកហាត់វាមានពីរដំណាក់ការនៅទឹកដឹកនេះយើងគ្រាន់តែរៀនបាញ់អាវុធទេនៅទឹកដឹកណាអត់ចេះបាញ់ចេះកាច់បាញ់តម្រង់ស៊ីប៉ុណ្្នឹងទេអត់ហើយនឹងមានក្បួនចេះក្បួនដើរស្មើដើរស្ងៀមហាត់ប្រាណខ្ញុំបានបដល់លងយ៉ាវគឺរៀនយុទ្ធវិធីច្បាស់យុទ្ធវិធីវិយុទ្ធមកវាយវិរៈសនាតូចវាយវិរៈសនាតូចកងសនាធំកងសនាតូចវាយពួកវាយក្រុមគឺរៀនក្នុងច្បាស់រៀននៅលងយ៉ាវបាទលងយ៉ាវបានរៀន
ការដែលសម្ដេចហ៊ុនសែននៅពេលបច្ចុប្បន្ននោះលោកបង្រៀនទ្រឹស្ដីនយោបាយនេះគឺខ្ញុំនឹងមានភារកិច្ចជាអ្នកថតសម្លេងបាទជាអ្នកតាមថតសម្លេងលោកជាអ្នករៀបចំប្រព័ន្ធឃោសនាស័ព្ទបំពងសម្លេងនៅពេលដែលលោកមានប្រសាសន៍ហើយហ្នឹងហើយលោកតែងតែរៀនសូត្រជាប់ដែលខ្ញុំចាប់អារម្មណ៍គឺថានៅពេលដែលលោកបានបង្រៀនឯកសារហ្នឹងព្រោះឯកសារដែលបង្រៀនហ្នឹងគឺលោកសរសេរដោយខ្លួនលោកអញ្ចឹងនៅពេលដែលលោកបង្រៀនចប់អញ្ចឹងថ្ងៃមកវិញពិសាបាយថ្ងៃត្រង់ហើយហ្នឹងសម្រាប់ថ្ងៃត្រង់លោកតែងតែចាក់ស្ដាប់ឡើងវិញនៅការបង្រៀនរបស់លោកហើយលោកតែងតែធ្វើការកែតម្រូវជាប្រចាំ
ខាងរដ្ឋាភិបាលវៀតណាមចាត់ទុកយើងខ្ញុំជាអ្នកតស៊ូជាសសរទ្រូងសម្រាប់ប្រទេសជាតិដើម្បីធ្វើការតស៊ូរំដោះប្រជាជនអញ្ចឹងរដ្ឋាភិបាលវៀតណាមបានរៀបចំរបបហូបចុកនិងស្នាក់នៅឲ្យពួកយើងខ្ញុំសមនឹងឋានៈដែលសម្ដេចក៏គាត់ឃើញថាការរៀបចំការហូបចុករបស់គាត់នឹងរបស់ពួកខ្ញុំនឹងខ្ពស់ពេកក៏ស្នើសុំទៅវៀតណាមថាខ្ញុំសុំឲ្យខ្ញុំនឹងហូបល្មមបានហើយកុំឲ្យលើសពីប្រជាជនខ្ញុំពេកបើខ្ញុំហូបបានលើសពីប្រជាជនឆ្ងាញ់លើសពីប្រជាជនសម្រាប់នៅស្រួលលើសពីប្រជាជនធ្វើឲ្យខ្ញុំនឹកឃើញដល់ប្រជាជនខ្ញុំដែលកំពុងតែអត់បាយបាទធ្វើឲ្យខ្ញុំស្រក់ទឹកភ្នែក
In addition to building up the armed forces and shifting their resources into Cambodia and establishing a camp at the border of Cambodia and Vietnam, Cambodian soldiers had good news about the uprising of the military and people in the East Zone. The uprising led by Samdech Heng Samrin and Samdech Chea Sim created conditions for Cambodian forces to coordinate and take over Mem Mot District, Sinol District, and other areas in hamlets and communes bordering Vietnam, from Kratie, Kampong Cham, Phrae Vong, Sabe Riang, and some other areas under districts of Kampong Cham in mid-1978.
មិនមែនចៃដន្យទេតែសម្ដេចហ៊ុនសែនបច្ចុប្បន្នខ្លាយទៅជាអ្នកដឹកនាំលោកគឺជាមនុស្សពិសេសម្នាក់កងទ័ពទាំងអស់នៅពេលនោះនៅណាក៏ចង់ស្ដាប់សម្ដេចហ៊ុនសែនមានប្រសាសន៍ដែរហើយស្ដាប់ហើយគេចង់ស្ដាប់ទៀតនៅប្រសាសន៍ក្នុងការបង្រៀននៅក្នុងការនិយាយក្នុងការអប់រំរបស់លោកដោយសារសម្ដេចយល់ច្បាស់អំពីចិត្តសាស្ត្ររបស់មនុស្សស្គាល់សង្គមស្គាល់មនុស្សច្បាស់ហើយត្រូវនិយាយអ្វីទៅឲ្យមនុស្សនោះស្ដាប់ចឹងខ្ញុំគិតថានេះគឺជាចំណុចពិសេសមួយដែលអ្នកដែលវោហារសាស្ត្រមានច្រើនណាប៉ុន្តែអ្នកដែលនិយាយឲ្យគេជឿនិយាយឲ្យគេតាមហ្នឹងគឺមិនមែនអ្នកណាចិត្តតែនិយាយបានទេប៉ុន្តែសម្ដេចហ៊ុនសែនគឺគាត់មានលក្ខណៈសម្បត្តិហ្នឹង
The situation improved quickly. However, the Cambodian Revolution just had the military and lacked a political organization to lead. Therefore, Hun Sen urgently asked the Vietnamese side to connect him with Samdech Heng Samrin and Samdech Chia Sim, as well as other leaders of other movements, so that he could unify the forces and form a political organization to lead the struggle. On the afternoon of November 7, 1978, Commander and Commissar of the Military Region 7, Senior Lieutenant General Ledok An, who was the most important figure in helping to build the armed force led by Hun Sen. At that time, General Ledok An himself said to Hun Sen, "Tomorrow morning, November 8, 1978, all of you will meet Ledok Ta, member of the Political Bureau of the Communist Party of Vietnam."
ពេលនោះខ្ញុំមានការគិតពុះពីរបែបទី1ក្នុងករណីដែលវៀតណាមជួយកសាងកម្លាំងប្រវត្តិយើងហើយវៀតណាមមិនអន្តរាគមន៍ដោយកម្លាំងផ្ទាល់យើងត្រូវប្រើប្រាស់ពេលវេលាមិនតិចជាង4ឆ្នាំដើម្បីរំដោះទីហើយការត្រៀមបំរុងពេលនោះត្រូវវាយយកភាគខាងកើតមុនដើម្បីធ្វើឆ្នងឆ្ពោះមកទិសខាងលិចហើយផ្នែកខាងលិចគឺជាការវាយរំខាននេះជាលទ្ធភាពដែលបើសិនវៀតណាមជួយកសាងកងទ័ពហើយលទ្ធភាពទី2គឺវៀតណាមជួយកងសាងកងទ័ពហើយអន្តរាគមន៍ទៀតការរំដោះគឺឡា
On the morning of November 8, 1978, all 7 leaders of the Cambodian Revolution movement had a frank discussion with Mr. Ledok Ta, a Vietnamese strategist. Per the discussion, Hun Sen could confirm that Cambodia would be liberated very soon. On November 22, 1978, a historic event took place. It was the meeting of leaders from 4 out of 5 resistance groups. The group led by Sai Phu Thong and Tia Ban did not attend the meeting because their force was stationed overseas. Since then, Hun Sen stayed and worked with other leaders, including Samdech Hong Samrin and Samdech Chia Sim. They held meetings day and night to draft a political platform of the front called the Cambodian United Front for National Salvation. This name matched with the Armed Force of Unity for Cambodian National Salvation. This was very convenient, and there was no need to change the name of the military force according to the name of the front or the political organization to be formed soon. There were 8 leaders from 4 rebel movements. Each movement had 2 representatives assigned to draft the political platform of the Cambodian United Front for National Salvation, so that it could be approved at the Front Congress in 4 days, from November 27th to 30th, 1978, and finally announced on December 2nd, 1978, at the area of liberation in Sanul District, Kratie Province.
Chẳng điện mê mónកើតមុនកូនមន់ឬកូនមន់កើតមុនមេមន់ចំណុចនៅត្រង់នេះឯងចំណន់ឆ្នាំ1970អង្គការចាត់តាំងនយោបាយកើតមុនបរិបវុធកើតក្រោយរណសេរីរបស់សម្ដេចព្រះនរោត្តមសីហនុដែលជាទង់នយោបាយគឺកើតមុនបរិបវុធកើតក្រោយទេឯដំណាក់កាលថ្មីនេះបដាប់អាវុធកើតមុនរណសេរីកើតក្រោយនយោបាយអង្គការចាត់តាំងនយោបាយកើតក្រោយនេះជាចំណុចប្រវត្តិសាស្ត្រដែលត្រូវចងចាំគ្មានកងទ័ពនោះមិនមានឱកាសដើម្បីនឹងរំដោះប្រទេសបើមានតែរណសេរីអត់កងទ័ពតើធ្វើយ៉ាងម៉េចមានតែកងទ័ពវៀតណាមជួយអត់កងទ័ពខ្មែរ វាយរួចហើយអ្នកណាការពារនៅនឹងកន្លែងអ្នកណាកសាងកម្លាំងនឹងរដ្ឋបាលនៅនឹងកន្លែងនេះសុទ្ធតែជាបញ្ហា
By mid-1978, spontaneous uprisings against Pol Pot and Ieng Sari took place in areas of 16 out of 19 provinces of Cambodia, including the outstanding uprising from East Military Region 203. The formation of the Cambodian Armed Force of Unity for National Salvation marked a step of development for the Cambodian Revolutionary Force during the struggle against Pol Pot and Ieng Sari's regime of genocide. At the same time, it was a positive factor that eliminated the threat and invasion of Pol Pot and Ieng Sari to Vietnam, restoring the friendly solidarity between Cambodia and Vietnam. Under the command of Hun Sen, officers and soldiers of the Cambodian Armed Force of Unity for National Salvation were built according to the political nature of a revolutionary armed force, differentiating between friends and enemies, high revolutionary determination, brave struggle, internal unity, and well-intentioned solidarity. At that time, for the first time, Hun Sen had seen the chance of toppling the regime of genocide within 1 year. He had the confidence that Cambodia could be liberated by early 1979.
Tại rước chấm đưa chất vào bọc rồi. Nơi bữa được không nơi khang Campuchia, không có tức chất về chỉ chôn không. Phụ kể rong trăm tay, miên là nam một chui, nằm miên cộng lạc, miên ở cả, miên bê mình, tôi. Chồng nói chuyện nơi cả lại thì ai, để như khiên son than than, tao chẳng ấy. Khiếp truy chuyện, cả lại. Mà khám cứ sự mặt việc con to. Phần tài rương thông riêng kê, cứ cầm hăng chư chạp rồi bom gì chuyện, mà ai túc hỏi, buồn này, nói bạn.
The radio station in Hanoi announced the establishment of the Cambodia United Front for National Salvation and broadcast that the front called for Cambodians to stand up to overturn the gangs of Pol Pot, Ieng Sari. The attack that Hun Sen was waiting for finally took place. The armed force that was built and commanded by Hun Sen fought bravely and undauntedly. Vietnam launched an international volunteer campaign to help Cambodia fight against Pol Pot, Ieng Sari. The collapse of Pol Pot's regime came sooner than expected and even surprised Hun Sen. By noon on January 7th, 1979, Phnom Penh was liberated. Phnom Penh was liberated.
Chân ban cái ai khơi thả con top Campuchia quay vì con top chấp đam trên tận á vì con top phá hai trên một môi cục phía kia đó viên trăm tới một đòi quay job còn top làm và hai trên bay 40 con top ta này chiều vậy từ đó cái lấy nó chù đó cái lấy nó chùនេះជាបទពិសោធន៍ទ្រឹស្ដីនិងការចេះស្រែកនៃដំណើរឈ្មោះទៅការរំដោះជាតិឬក៏ជាដំណើរនៃការដួលរលំរបស់ប៉ុលពតមិនប្រកាសថាអំពើខុសខើរបស់ណែភាពប្រៃការរបស់ណែអាចរក្សាបានណាទេត្រូវយកមេរៀននេះឲ្យច្បាស់កាន់តែប្រៃការកាន់តែខុសគឺកាន់តែឆាប់ស្លាប់នេះជាចំណុចដែលខ្ញុំហ៊ានវាយតម្លៃហើយនេះក៏ជាចំណុចដែលអាចកត់សម្គាល់ថាលោកហ៊ុនសែនធ្វើតាំងពីចំណុចតូចតាចមួយចេញដំណើរពីយកជីវិតធ្វើដើមទុនមកកសាងប្រទេសដល់ថ្ងៃនេះ
During those days and months, There was a time when Hun Sen thought that Boon Rani died. Boon Rani underwent a horrible time. She had to hide in villages and change her name to live without her husband. She did not know if her husband was alive or dead. When peace was restored, Boon Rani carried her things and son back to Phnom Penh with an utmost hope to meet her husband again. The meeting was full of tears. Hun Sen's son met his father for the first time. At first, the boy even called him uncle. In years of separation, there was no bigger desire than a home.
សំខាន់បំផុតเลยជួបជុំហ្នឹងគឺមកថ្ងៃដំបូងខ្ញុំគិតថាគឺហៅកូនមកហ្នឹងអត់មានអ្វីក្រៅទៅពីហៅគាត់គឺរស់នៅជាប្រជាជនធម្មតាវិញ
If there were no victory on January 7th, 1979, Cambodia would not be as it is nowadays. The January 7th spirit has since motivated the nation to achieve peace and solidarity.
The prosperity that the country has gone through from the 79, from nothing and to everything what we have today, and the liberty, the freedom that we have. So all of these are the foundation that the youth now have enjoyed as a result of the hardship that our previous generations. You know, I'm glad to be part of the youth generation now that we have taken these opportunities to improve a lot. We have many of the youth that born after 1979 have gone through education that was provided and built during this time. They studied up, they built up their knowledge and capabilities, and now they're playing a critical role in making Cambodia more prosperous.
However, keeping the peace and gaining the prosperity still require much effort from Samdech, Hun Sen, other leaders, and the Cambodian people. That's the main theme of the next episodes.